The cloud. All right. Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie Siddiqui. Glad you're able to join. Thank you for joining. It's March 10th, and we had a long check-in, which was wonderful. We had a lot of wonderful people that showed up today, and grateful that they're here. Just want to show you the question that we did. It was better than yesterday. And I'm not sure how many people watch these videos, but I wanted to make sure you guys know if you are watching. And the question is, take 5 minutes and write down how you're really feeling right now and leave out nothing. It says, being radically honest with yourself is the key to living a life without regrets. So we all opened up kind of openly 5 minutes about how we're really feeling. So I felt very sweet and tender. So I hope you can do that with yourself through writing or sharing it with a friend that you have if you're watching the recording later on. All right, so I like to do a reading, so I thought I'd do Mark Nepo's book, The Book of Awakening. If you haven't read that one, it's wonderful. And I picked March 10th. Wait, today's the date, March 10th. And I thought it was kind of good based off what I've been kind of going through a little bit. And some people actually talked about this a little bit. It says, the Creator's Cycle. That's what it's called. We survive and then we die. Ojibwe elder. So that's like a quote. And let me read a little bit from his, you know, page. It's on 83 if you have the book. It says, nothing escapes the creator, not plants, horses, trees, birds, or human beings, not the life of the mind, not the life of the heart, not the life of the spirit. All living things emerge, gather, spark new life, fall apart, die, and emerge in new ways. Each soul is a gust of God's breath unfolding in the great energy that's surrounding us like a every moving stream. The goal is not to cheat death, but to live a stream with a humility and aliveness that only acceptance of death can release. When we try to deny death, we grow sick from fantastically chasing any challenges that will occupy our minds. In living the other extreme, we can grow sick about thinking only of death, from letting death be all that we see. This makes a sad career of fear. All right. Beyond all designs and desires, we survive, and like stones, we are eroded from the forces and can never be stopped. Our rewards in the pain and wonder of bearing our inner beauty to the sky. He's very poetic. I love his writings. And what we carry deep within is to live honestly, live inevitably, be worn outward. The experience of living this fully has nothing to do with removing ourselves from the creator cycle. Too often we struggle stubbornly in the attempt to protect ourselves from the frictions of being alive, when it's precisely that friction that works our spirit into a seeable gem. When we move malleable, then we think more durable and changeable than we all hoped. So I know that feeling recently with my cat being exposed to a plant that's poisonous, thinking about death and that cycle and how it makes me more grateful, right, for life and for what we have. And, whatever you're feeling, maybe this can be a little source of inspiration. And the quote is simple. That was for March 10th, which is there's no, let me get back to that page. The creator cycle, we survive and then we die. Oh, so something to think about as we get centered. Let's go into a meditation because it sounded like everybody's energy is a little bit more subtle. So why don't we get into a meditation and get into more of a healing, relaxing, softening of the heart, softening the body, noticing by what you're sitting on, or if you're sitting on a chair, a bed, right, the couch, the floor, noticing how firm it is, how soft it is, noticing the back support that you may or may not have, noticing, are you caved in more with your chest, more outward, knowing your body's posture. Is your chin tucked in more? Is it more lifted? Are your eyes closed? Are they open? And how are you feeling your feet? Are they connected to the earth? Are the tight pants tight in your belly? Are they soft and relaxed? So just noticing and feeling. And I think it'd be nice to do a may I blessing. So there's like the nice five prayers, the Buddhist prayer. Um, I've written down the words. I've actually even did a song to it. But I haven't practiced it to play it for you, but guys, but the lyrics are may I be at peace. And those are the words, right? So I want you to feel, may I be at peace, giving yourself permission. May my heart remain open, letting that open up. May I awaken to the light of my own true nature. May I be healed. And just letting yourself feel, what could that be? May I be a source of healing for all beings. How can you help others? That's part of the healing too. So now instead of I want to change it to you. So may you be at peace. And notice how that feels in your body as you say it. You hear it, letting those words resonate. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be healed. And may you be a source of healing for all beings. And letting those words resonate, notice how it feels in your body, in your mind, in the soles of your feet as you hear these words. Maybe a couple phrases stick out more, resonate more long, does your heart, your spirit, do your ears perk up? Do you listen more to it? Just noticing that. And then we're going to do the phrases again with the words we instead of I, you, we. So may we be at peace. Notice where you feel that in your body. Maybe you feel it in our hands and you imagine you're holding the hands of others. Just some imagery there. May we have our hearts remain open. Maybe you want to put your hands on your heart. Feel that extra warmth from your hands. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. So maybe just the hands opening up, receiving when your hands are in the open receiving mode. Just notice light possibly coming through and it's shining through you all around us. And may we be healed. So maybe that I think of a hug, maybe we be healed. May we be visible and receive that healing together equally. No fighting, no shoving. We're just equally being healed. And may we be a source of healing for all. So if you want to open up your hands more, that resonates for you as we say the last phrase. So may we be a source of healing for all beings, light workers, all animals. May we be a source of healing. And it can just be the vulnerability of opening up, sharing our emotions, knowing we're not alone, knowing that we have somebody who cares about us, knowing that we care about ourselves, knowing that we matter, knowing what we do in this world matters to the people around us, to ourselves. And maybe it's the simple gestures, it's the hello, the greeting, the smile, the looking in the eyes of somebody, listening. Maybe it's offering something to somebody that's useful. Maybe it's saying hello to somebody you know is hurting, going through a tough time. Maybe it's pacing yourself and not doing anything and just relaxing. So just letting yourself feel those things, taking away that resonance, those beautiful feelings. And I think we should go into a beautiful chant. Chanting is a nice way to integrate, and it's also a good way to move energy. I know some people are maybe dealing with the cold. Some people, um, you know, are just feeling tired and they are just wanting to move stuff around. So let's go into a nice, they say doing a yawning motion is really nice. So yeah, thank you. And someone has to drop off, so thank you. Um, so doing a nice yawning motion actually reduces stress in our body. Who knew that, right? The other day, someone said just the act of yawning opens up the back of the palate of the mouth and also helps with your singing. So try that a few times, just like a nice yawn. And notice when you let it, the yawn, notice the back of the palate lifting. And doing that will help open up our resonance, or, when we chant. So just notice that little back of the palate. I just recently realized that motion through my training with Heather Houston, who's a song leader out of California, doing a program through her right now. And she talks about, right, that when you lift the back of the palate. So let's do some chanting with that. So let's do a nice Om. Om is a nice sound, right? It's very subtle. Take a nice deep breath. Let's do that again. Om. Doing that again. Om. Om. And let's do that two more times. Om. And one more. Om. Feeling that stillness in our body, feeling that relaxation. And maybe let's do one more chant. Let's do it, bring it up higher and like a softer, higher pitch sound. Om is a nice resonance, from the chest. So let's do a little bit higher. Why don't we do a sound like E or how about ooh? No, ooh's a little bit lower. Let's do E. So let's do a nice E sound. And through the nose, inhale. E. So if you have any sinus congestion, that's really nice doing that pitch. Let's do that again. Again. Two more times. And one last time. Taking a moment to notice how the body feels, softening, relaxing again if it felt more tense. Hopefully you felt a vibration. Sometimes I can feel it in the ears. It's the inner jogging in the body, especially when we're not feeling well or tired. I like to do that. I know I made a choice. It's like I felt tired from the day or go for a walk, but I chose to just be still. So just notice how that stillness feels in our body, how healing and nourishing stillness is. And let's take a moment to slowly rub our hands as we come out of that beautiful meditation chant. And let's maybe rub some acupressure points. So take that index finger to your thumb or your palm of your hand, and take your thumb on the other hand and gently massage that area in a circular motion in both directions. And if it's a little tender, maybe it's something you need to work on a little bit more. Let's do the other hand, middle finger, gently rubbing the inside of the palm and the other direction. Just very gentle, very loving. Let's also bring where the two bones meet here. If you're pregnant, they say don't do it, but if you're not pregnant, you can do this. Gently massaging where the two bones connect in the hand, thumb and index finger. That can help with releasing. So maybe if you're carrying something extra or mucus, nice releasing. Let's do the other hand. Nice where the bones two meet. Gently massaging, gentle and soft. And let's do the other way. All right, let's do that nice little massage. That's quicker than usual, but I want to gently go into a movement. I know we had a wonderful conversation, so let's get into a movement. If you want to sit or stand, let me know. I'll just assume you're doing either one. So let me move this phone in case I keep the phone recording instead. And I think I need to switch tilt my camera a little bit, but I gotta see my view better. I can see myself. Okay, I'm just gonna stretch this out a little bit. There we go. All right, I can see myself a little bit better and get this. So let's just assume everybody's kind of sitting in a chair. I want you to feel nice on the edge, feeling relaxed, and feeling centered. So if you're standing, you would have the hip, shoulders, ear in alignment, just like we do in a chair. And we want to have the hands facing the earth, or we can have it facing down, whatever feels better. You like this or this. Let's just do a little bit of a stillness meditation. This is what it looks like in a chair, feet flat on the ground. And it's kind of like the standing meditations. But if you're standing, soft knees, hands by your side, whatever feels good. I got a new Tai Chi shirt. It's a little bit large, but I had to get it because, it's a Tai Chi Qigong shirt. Anyways, I'm showing it off now since I stood up. So getting yourself feeling nice and comfortable and just receiving. I know this weekend I was experimenting with some movements. A different teacher, who I really love, Marie Dodds, she would do a movement and she would bring her hands down to release. And I've seen that in another form called Sun 73. It's called the Golden Rooster. We lift up our hands and we go down. We actually release what we're doing. And then we do this movement. This is like the chair version of it, where you would lift the hand and then the other hand would go and leg would go up. And it feels really cool to release, to let your hands to release. So I want you to experiment. Let's do maybe two movements from Tai Chi Chuan. And between each movement, I'm gonna have you release. Let your fingers soften and point to the earth, and then come back to that resting point. So let's try to do a move that we haven't done yet. That's nice in a chair. So why don't we do around the platter? Um, so that's one foot in front of the other if you're in a chair, or if you're standing, that nice step foot out. So we're gonna have our hands, and I'm gonna mirror you guys. Forgot about that. I'm gonna mirror you. So you want your left leg in front, hands here at the chest. And we're just gonna gently shift the weight a little bit further on your sit bone and back. The pelvis stays in alignment. No tilting of the pelvis. Just a little bit like I might get out of my chair, but I might not. That could be the sensation. So I want you to go nice and slow and see if you can feel the movement come from your center. So when I'm sick, I'd like to do this in a chair. Just takes less energy, less effort. So notice those little subtleties, right? It's a very small movement that I'm doing. It's coming from my center. The hands follow. And let's do that maybe one more time. So a total of 7. And then I'm going to bring the hand and foot it. Hands separate, come to rest. And I want you to actually let go and let yourself point to the earth. For me, I feel a lot more energy than I've ever felt before. Like my palms are feeling really warm. So now we're going to put the right leg in front. Hands, you know, come to a starting point, bring them up to our chest. It's about the size this far apart, the hands. And we gently shift the weight forward. And again, if you're standing, just shift the weight completely on one leg and then shift the weight back, releasing, bending that leg that you're going into. And if you're sitting like me, you're just shifting the weight. And let me do it sideways so you can see how little movement. It's just very subtle. And all right, bringing it closer. I love having a rolly chair because I can move quickly. But you can see it's a very subtle movement. My hips are in a line. And I like to imagine that I'm connected to the earth with my palms. I'm soft and I'm relaxed. And the movement is coming from my center. And let's do that 2 more times. Might be 8, but that's okay. And then one more. And I want you to bring your foot in, hands separate, come down. And I want you to just let your fingers go down for a second. See if you feel any warmth, difference. This is just one style. And let's do the other hand, foot in front. And why don't we do the movement, carry the ball. So have that hand in front. We're going to gently point towards the earth, put the left leg in front, and hand comes back. So no leaning. Easy to do when you're in a chair. So it might be easier to stand depending on your ability. So gently shifting the weight forward, gentle shift back. So from the side, that's kind of what it looks like. Keeping the hips and pelvis in alignment. Just kind of rocking the pelvic floor just a tiny bit. And maybe feeling the warmth between your hands. Feeling nice and soft and slow. There's no hurry. I just want you to feel. Let yourself feel whatever you need to feel. Let's do that one more time with this foot. Bring that foot in. Hands separate. Come to rest. And I want you to let your fingers feel gravity and pulling down. See if you feel anything more in your fingers. Now let's do the other leg. Hands back together. Hands going down for, I think I call this carry the ball, but bass drum. I meant. I don't know if I said that correctly. Gently carrying, circling around a bass drum. There we go. I think I said carry the ball, but I did bass drum. So, anyways, I'm glad you're following along visually. So, gently shifting that weight and coming back. And just feel the warmth between your hands. There's no hurry. It's just the process. Feeling, right? You don't want to rush the sunset. You want to feel it. So let your hands feel this. Let's do that one more time. Bring that foot in, hands separate and come to rest. And then let your fingers pull down to the earth. And just notice how that feels. For me, it pulsates more blood pulling down with a gravity pull, but you may feel differently. Maybe it feels nothing, and that's okay too. Just noticing and feeling. That's the main important thing. And part of feeling visible, noticing the body, feeling the body. Good. So let's do a little bit of that, that spring forest bouncing. Remember, you see me do it a lot standing, but this is the chair version, right? So I'm lifting my heels, right? Bouncing. I'm flopping my wrists. And I think it's a good time to learn a song while we do this. So I haven't taught you this song. It's called Loosen, Loosen, but I know one person knows it. So it basically has two lines. And as we're doing it, let your hands just gently flop and move. And we'll gently move it side to side. And eventually we'll bring it up higher. So, but let me teach you the words. So it goes loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. So that's the first part. Um, and there's more to it. So let me just do the first part first. It goes loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. And this last part is, and that first line is, the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. So let's bring the hands up and keep singing that. So loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. may feel weird to do two things at once. So let's bring the hands down slowly, keep moving. And if you want to keep moving your hands, you can, or be still. But basically, it's loosen, loosen, baby. Maybe you want to sway side to side or cheek to cheek. So loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. And it might be fun to sing it one more time. And if you want to feel a gentle infinity circle as you're doing it, let's do that. So loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. So that's a nice loosen movement and loosen song. If you haven't heard that before, I'll put a link in the, follow up if you like to hear more of that song. All right, I know it's 7:30. I saw another person drop off. Um, we didn't have the chime for lymphatic, so I'm willing to stay extra if I get a thumbs up or I think if you're staying on, we'll stay on. Let's do lymphatic massage. So we're done with the movement portion. Let's do the lymphatic. So that is 6 deep breaths, breathing with the nose, gentle pressure, very gentle, like you're just gently putting your finger there. Nice inhale and a slow exhale. Doing that again, nice inhale and a slow exhale. Doing that again, gentle pressure, keeping it there. Exhaling, doing that for the 4th time. And exhaling. 5th time. And exhaling. And one more time. And then we gently release. We let the hands gently go down our face, going to the clavicle point. And one more time, going behind the ears, just leading to the clavicle, just helping the lymphatic system do its thing. And one more time. And from behind, tracing behind the head around the clavicle, very gently. And one more time. Let's do a cross behind. Same one ear, just across to the clavicle. Same side. And going to the other. That made me want to cough a little bit. It felt like a tickle. So we're doing a lot of stuff when we move the lymphatic system. So if you start coughing, totally normal, don't feel bad. Then let's go behind around the chest, leading up to the clavicle. And then going over the chest, leading to the clavicle. And then doing it in the front on the same side on the sternum, starting from, where the rib cages kind of start. And then let's do the other side. sweeping around to the clavicle. You can have your hand up or down, whatever is easier for you. And now over the chest to the clavicle. And one more time. And up the side of the sternum to the clavicle on that side. And if you have your scarf handy, that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna got one here. Here it is. This is a long scarf, but gently stroking 5 motions up, or a hand towel, or anything that can, or a person massaging your back if you got somebody. Um, and then on the other side between the shoulder blades. All right, and the last part going down side of your neck. That makes me want to cough a little bit too. So um, it's very powerful, very nice and healing, nice movement. So I want to thank you for coming, and we're a little bit over, and I just want to give the people in chat a chance to check out before they leave. So thank you for following along today, and I'll type up the notes, and it's great to see you, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. So I'm going to stop the recording, and you guys can